Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed Microsoft Ignite so far. This is a late afternoon session. Please feel free to stretch yourself, make yourself comfortable. My name is Sharon Lowe, and I lead the Azure Support Plan marketing strategy. At the end of this presentation, I hope that you have understand the 5 reasons to have a support plan, get a high-level overview of our Azure support plans, and also get tips to find the right support plan. I'm going to start with a quiz, since it's a late afternoon. Do you know the types of support that we provide? I'm going to give you a clue. Is it A, B, C, or D? All of the above. The answer is D. Do you know who can submit a support ticket? Is it one person or many people? Many people. Now, when you sign up for a support plan, you have the option to give access to your peers or your coworkers to submit a support ticket. This is your choice. You can also manage the support ticket submission on your own. One advantage of having your colleagues to have the permission to submit support ticket is when you're attending an event like Microsoft Ignite, when you're on vacation, on your sick leave, someone else from your team can work with the support engineers to resolve as needed issues as they arise. Now, what type of supports that we offer? Our support plans are designed around your needs. We provide a choice of support plans from foundational to proactive services to meet your business and budget needs. I'm going to share with you a customer story. The Spa Group is a South African food retailer who has been in business for more than 30 years. The South African Group, or the Spa Group, sorry, they have 7 distribution centers and more than 2,000 retail stores. Their goal is to expand the operations at will and not to be constrained by the capacity limits of an on-premises IT infrastructure. They rely on Azure to drive efficiency, scalability, and flexibility. Because they rely on Azure, their employees can access to business-critical applications within minutes. This helps the employees to increase productivity. How does the Azure support plan comes into play? They sign up for Azure Pro Direct support plan, which gives them access to a pool of proactive technical experts. With these experts, they work with the Spa Group and give them technical guidance on their back-end system support in Azure, best practices to optimize their business processes. As the customers interact more with our technical expert, they learn more about the Azure services, gain confidence to use Azure services to evolve their solutions, and be more competitive in the marketplace. Now that you have some information on Azure support plans, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why it's valuable to have a support plan. 1, the pace of innovation. We have over 180 Azure services and will roll out more than 1,000 capabilities by the end of this year. You will see all these capabilities from infrastructure to database to platform, and you will also see them from AI to blockchain to Kubernetes and more, as we want to keep you ahead of the curve. Now, we also know that it's challenging to keep ahead of all these new capabilities. That's why we are here to support you. Fast response. When you're running business-critical workloads, you want fast response when you encounter any issues. Our support engineers will help to analyze the situation and give you prompt response. Access to experts. When you submit a support incident, our support engineers will use proven best practices to help you to solve the issues and share documents with you. Increased knowledge. Using the earlier customer example, they sign up for Azure Pro Direct Support Plan. With Azure Pro Direct Support Plan, they access to a pool of proactive technical experts. One of the experts will actually work with them or tailor their services to their needs. When they have personalized support from us, they gain more confidence to use Azure services and evolve their business solutions. Lastly, flexibility of choice. Our Azure support plans provide a flexibility of choice so that you can scale up and down your support plan according to your business and budget needs. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the type of Azure support plans that we have. Each of our support plan is built on the capabilities of the previous plan. The way that we look at support plan is we provide foundational to proactive support. When you look into the developer, this is our first support plan. This support plan provides 1 business day response time for non-critical workloads. Next to it is standard support plan. Standard support plan provides 1 hour initial response for business-critical for production workloads. The difference between standard and developer is the initial response time for business-critical cases. Next to standard is Azure Pro Direct. Now, Azure Pro Direct is a sweet spot if you want access to a pool of technical experts and priority tracking of your business-critical cases. You also get 1 hour initial response time for your business-critical cases. The difference between Pro Direct and Standard is the access to the technical experts and the priority tracking of critical cases. Let me give you one example. If you sign up for Azure Pro Direct Support Plan and submit a support incident for business critical case, one of our Pro Direct delivery managers, also known as a technical expert, will ensure the support engineer will respond to you within 1 business hour. If you sign up for standard support plan and submit a business critical case, you will also get an initial response within 1 hour. The difference in this scenario is in the support plan, you do not have a point of contact to nudge the support engineer to reach out to you. Next to Pro Direct is Unified or Premier. Some of you may be familiar with these support plans. When you're running business-critical workloads for Azure, Office 365, and Dynamics 365, I do encourage you to consider this plan. In this plan, you get a 30 minutes or 1 hour initial response time, depending on your plan. And you get access to a pool of technical experts or assigned technical expert, again, depending on your plan. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the proactive technical support that you will find in Azure Pro Direct. First is the service review. One of our Pro Direct delivery managers will actually work with you on a monthly and quarterly basis to track your progress against the action plan that both the customer and the Pro Direct Delivery Manager has built out. And then this is one way to uncover are there additional support needs the customer want. Ask the Experts webinar. As a Pro Direct customer, you will be invited to webinars and get insights on all the hot topics such as security, reliability, or how to use machine learning to transform your business. Sometimes demos are also included. On-demand webinars are also available. Next is the advisory services. We have received a lot of customer requests to help them to do research on Azure services they've heard about, but unsure whether they can use these services for their solutions. Our Pro Direct Delivery Managers will do the research, provide the best practice recommendations, and sometimes provide technical guidance for them. Lastly is the App Consult. App Consult is a guide to define your cloud development strategy. The Pro Direct Delivery Manager or our technical expert will work with you to understand what is the business outcome you want to drive. Once we have the detailed information, they will then look into who's the right Microsoft engineer to connect with you. They will set up a meeting, and this is a 3-hour in-depth session. The Microsoft engineer will work with you to envision the project. What it entails is they'll look into design, architect, migrate, or grow your applications. At the end of this 3-hour session, you will get a summary report with detailed action plan. Once you have envisioned your project, the Pro Direct Delivery Manager will nominate you to Fast Track for Azure team. The Fast Track for Azure team, most of you are aware, they have proven best practices to enable successful deployment in partnership with your in-house technical expert or with a partner. Now, you have heard quite a lot of information from me. I hope I'm not going too fast. And I want to share some tips with you on how you can select the right support plan. As you think about what you want to achieve in the next few months or year, review your current digital estate. Using the earlier customer example, they had to re-architect their on-premises solutions when they moved to the cloud. This is because they want to expand their operations at will and not to be constrained by the capacity limits of their on-premises infrastructure. When they re-architect their on-premises solutions and move to the cloud, they want to remain competitive in the marketplace. Next, you want to think about whether your team is ready for this change, and do they have the right skill sets to implement the change? And also, do you need technical guidance to implement this change? In the case of the SPA group or the earlier customer example, they have to work with a partner on the migration efforts. So this is something for you to think about. Ultimately, which support plan is right for your organization depends on where you are in your cloud journey, what you want to achieve in your immediate and your future business goals. Now then, what's next on this? I do encourage you to review our support plans option on our website. Talk to your internal teams to understand what's the right approach. And as you talk to your internal teams, do consider there are several purchase options available. You can talk to your Microsoft representative to access your needs, or talk to the partners to develop the solution and implement the solution. Do visit the partner booths and understand what kind of support options that they have. Before you leave Microsoft Ignite, please visit our booths at the Azure Migration and Adoption area. And get to know the new releases from the Cloud Adoption Framework, their new assessment tool, and Azure Innovation Guide. If you have questions around cost management and billing, please visit their booths. They will love to give you answers. And if you're familiar with Azure Portal, I would encourage you to go to Azure Portal booth right in front of THR1085, get to know their new releases. And before I end this presentation, I would appreciate it if you guys can complete the evaluation. Thank you so much for attending this session.